Hello boys and girls. Today we are working on lesson 5.5 in our Go Math book. And the whole point of today's lesson is being able to model multiples of 10. And as you can see, this first number 1 gives you a model, correct? Now, these are what's called a flat in the base 10 world, and it's worth 100. These are worth 10 and they're called rods. So if I do 60 times 3, I would start by going 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So that is 60 3 times. Easy enough. Now I can just count 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 180. Or I can combine my rods to make a flat. So to make 100, it takes 10 tens. So I can combine that to make a flat. And that leaves 5, 6, 7, 8 left over. So 180. 60 times 5. I want you to notice that sometimes the answer comes before the question, and that is perfectly acceptable. Whenever I was younger, our questions always looked like this, and they realized, hey, that's not always right. It's not always true. So they flip-flop them occasionally just so you know that everything is all right. So I'm going to do 65 times. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And I've done it 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Beautiful, isn't it? Okay, so I know that 2 sets of 5 equals 10, and 10 tens make 100. So I've got 2 sets of 5s here. So I have 200. And let's see what's left. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I actually have 3 flats, which is 300. Now, an easier way to do this is to be able to know your multiples. And 3 times 0 will always be 0. That's your 0 property of multiplication. And what is 3 times 8? Well, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. So my answer would be 240. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 5, 10. 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 6 is 42. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 7 is 28. Now I have taught math for many, many years, and what most of my kids like to do is just say, just move your 0 over. And I say, huh? They say, just find your zeros. If there's 2 zeros, you underline both of them, and you just move them over. And so that just leaves 6 times 9. Well, what's 6 times 9? 54. So I take my 0, I move it over, and what is 9 times left? 7. 63. Find my 0, move it over. 9 times 8 is 72. Find my 0, move it over. 8 times 6 is 48 with your 0. Problem solving. Now you'll notice that these problem solving questions are a lot more difficult. You have to figure out what they're asking you. Each tells me to multiply or divide. Model car in a set cost $4. There are 30 different models. How much would it cost to buy all models in a set? So I'm going to do 30 times $4. I can just take my 0 and move it over, and that leaves 4 times 3. What is 4 times 3? It is 12, so it's 120. $120. Amanda exercises for 50 minutes each day. Each tells me to multiply or divide. How many minutes will she exercise in 7 days? So I'm going to be multiplying 7 times 50. I bring my 0 over. 7 times 5. 7 times 5 is 35, so she's going to be exercising for 35 minutes. The more detailed you get, the better your answers are. Explain how to find 4 times 80 and show your work. Well, that goes back to drawing your model. So you can draw 4 groups of 80. And you can, using rods, that's that special name that we use. So I can go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So this would be 80. Plus 2 is 10. 8 plus 2 is 10. And then that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 320 is my answer. And that concludes today's lesson.